Welcome back, everyone. Game 2 here for the lower bracket semi-final here between Sen and Sheth. Sheth took a really dominant game 1 with some nice sick timings on Sen that just caught him completely off guard with so many lings, sniping a couple of queens. I am Unstable, joined here by Orb, and it looks like we might have a little bit of a better spawning positions for Sen this time if he decides to drone a little bit harder.
Yeah, absolutely. They're at, far positions when you take into account the directions of the ramps. They are at close positions air-wise, so they're going to be able to scout each other immediately with these overlords and see everything their opponents are doing. So that'll, of course, affect their decision-makings in that they can see what their opponent's doing while they're doing it up until the point that they get a queen and really try to, counter their build while they're watching what their opponent's doing.
Yeah, but not really going to make a difference if these guys do the exact same build like last time. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 game seconds difference. The only difference in that game last time was Sheth decided to go for those lings earlier, slightly earlier than Sen. But that's right, we are going to see the second overlord heading over to Sheth as well. The only downside to this kind of stuff is you need to make sure you get your timing right because you don't want that overlord over there when the queen pops out. That's very frustrating, especially that early in the game. You do not want to lose that overlord because you've only got 3 or 4 at that point in time. It's really going to put you behind, especially in ZVZ. Just because, even like we saw last game, 5 or 6 drones made the difference then.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that kind of a difference that early in the game, it's just like, if you have to spend 100 extra minerals on an overlord and delay all your units, just the delay itself, not even the extra money, if you don't see it coming early enough and you have to build another one, you get supply blocked, your units are going to be so far behind that's just another timing that a good opponent is going to take advantage of. We do see the expansions going down for both players, just like in last game, going for that hatch first.
Yeah, Sheth was a slightly delayed, or not delayed, but a little bit behind Sen's. I think he was just waiting to see exactly what he would do in that situation. He does going to have both those overlords in them pretty much perfect positions to scout exactly what Sen's doing. Sen, on the other hand, doesn't have his overlord in the correct position yet to be able to see what's going on at this expansion. So well done by Sheth there. He sent his second overlord straight over there. As the spawning pool is about halfway done for both players. Pretty much just again, we about like less than 10 game seconds time difference between both these players' builds.
Although it is interesting to note that right when they were dropping the hatcheries, Sheth was at 15 drones, whereas Sen was actually only at 12. So that's why Sheth was a little bit delayed. So Sheth just getting himself a very, very slight economic advantage. He's only at 1 harvester more than his opponent right now. It's 18 to 17. But that, of course, does give him just a slight amount more in income that could make the difference in such a close matchup.
Yeah, we did see just had Sen go for the double queen out, and we've got Sheth going straight for a roach warren with only 1 queen. No queen at the natural yet. But we do have Sen starting to pump a couple of lings already. Sheth also getting a spine crawler at the bottom of his ramp. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, he could use it to try to defend and build drones instead of zerglings, but it seems like he's building the zerglings anyways. So it seems a little redundant to build that spine crawler, and it could be a waste of that drone. But we'll have to wait and see how he actually uses that in the strategy, because if he does use that to drone up...
Oh, nicely done by Seth here. Sorry to cut you off, but he's got 2 queens just run out, and they are going to be able to take out the Overlord, which is going to put Sheth in red supply. 29 over 36 now. Down to
Very nice move taking out that Overlord. Sheth is now Overlord blocked, which, of course, makes a huge difference, as we were saying. And he's... What's the progress? Yeah, it's finishing up now. But that was about, 10 seconds of being Overlord. Actually, I was looking at the wrong person. His still has, like, 5 more seconds. So 15 or so seconds. Those 2 Zerglings did get into his opponent's base. Sheth's Zerglings did get into Sen's base. See what was going on there. They did get dispatched quickly, though. But here comes a lot of Zerglings streaming out of Sen's base towards Sheth's base. This is where that Spine Crawler is going to make the difference. He has 2 roaches, about 8 Zerglings, and that Spine Crawler. And that Spine Crawler is going to be everything.
Yeah, he does have more roaches on the way, but there's just so many lings. I'm not sure whether he's going to have the amount of units to be able to deal with it. Those roaches, both roaches being surrounded really well by Sen, being pulled, drones being pulled here. We got a queen on the ramp as well. That spine crawl is about half health. We got more roaches streaming in. For Sheth to help defend this. There's a lot of lings here, though. More lings being streamed across, more roaches as well. That queen is going to drop, but these roaches perfectly positioned here to stop them getting up the ramp. But Sheth in a big trouble right now. He does have a baneling nest, but I don't think he's going to have time to be able to get them up.
I really don't. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think this could just be GG. I mean, he really just got kind of walked over in the same way that he walked over his opponent in the previous game. Really kind of interesting that we saw that. Like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go Zerglings. I'm gonna beat you. And then next game, okay, now it's my turn. I'm gonna go Zerglings and beat you. They're just kind of the same thing back and forth to each other.